So I have a customer's car who won't start, and some of the tools I'm going to be using today is going to be my inspection camera, the O2 sensor removal tool, a compression tester. And for you guys that don't know what a compression tester is, this is a compression tester. This measures how much pressure is coming through each cylinder one by one. The main tool I'm going to be using for diagnosing is going to be my scan tool. This scan tool is pretty expensive, but you could always find an inexpensive tool for $900, $800 on Amazon. But today I'll be using my Trident D10, and this is important because it'll be telling me the information about the vehicle, what kind of trouble codes, and I'll also be able to look at any live data that will help me further find the issue with the vehicle. So I have here a 2006 Nissan Altima, and I went ahead, scanned the vehicle. I have a fault code for cylinder 4, misfire detected, and we have good battery voltage. You always want to make sure you have good battery voltage on a vehicle before you begin your diagnostic. Now we're going to go ahead and verify that the vehicle does not start, and almost seemed like it wanted to start there. Let's go ahead. Okay. So yeah, as the customer stated, it won't start. So I want to go ahead and show you guys. The cylinder 4 misfire was due to this ignition coil. It wasn't making a proper contact with the connector. Luckily, the customer had a couple extra ones in his car. Who knows for what reason? We'll probably end up finding out later on. Swapped out the ignition coil, tried to start it, nothing. So my next step was, well, let me pull the spark plugs. And as you can see, the mess of oil right there. And to some people might think it's a blown head gasket. I'm really not sure what it may be just yet. I pulled the plugs, cylinder number 2. This is my spark plug tube, spark plug tool remover, and you know, it's covered in oil. And the next thing is I pulled a fuel pump fuse. I'm gonna turn it over. For some reason there may be too much fuel flooding out the cylinders, so I'm gonna go ahead, remove all that fuel from the cylinders, and then reinstall everything back over again and try to see if it'll start. So one thing I forgot to mention, before I go into installing the spark plugs back in the vehicle, I'm gonna verify the compression of each cylinder and take record of it and go back and compare it to what the OEM value is supposed to be. Considering that it's a cold motor, I may have lower pressure in the cylinders because the engine's not hot and the rings are not expanded down in the cylinder. So here we go with cylinder number 1. For this test, you have to remove the fuel pump fuse and hold the throttle pedal at wide open throttle, so the throttle body blade could be open and it could go ahead and pull in all the air so you could have a correct value. So here it goes with the first test. I like doing 5 revolutions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So as you can see, cylinder number 1 has just around 120 psi. One of the reasons why the gauge might be dropping is because I may need a new Schrader valve on my tool. For the ones who don't know, the compression tool has a Schrader valve in here. This is not a good one to show. In here, that's a Schrader valve, and that is going to maintain the pressure in the tube, so when you're measuring. So that may be one of the reasons why I may have a drop in my compression gauge, or it could just be that the tube is not sealing completely, or I may have a leak in between here. Whichever is the case, we were able to see that the cylinder has good pressure. So I'm gonna go ahead, do all four, and then come back to you guys and let you know what I find. Quick update, guys. I'm sorry that I haven't been able to get you guys more information. I got the car running, but it's blowing a ton of white smoke out the tailpipe, and I thought it was the compression tester, but it wasn't my compression tester. It was actually working just fine. And it turns out that the vehicle actually has a blown head gasket. The tailpipe is obviously blowing white smoke. Those are bad signs, and it smells extremely sweet. So it was creating good compression, but it was falling real quick on its face because there must be a break in the head gasket. The cylinder head may be warped or may not be warped. But it's gonna conclude this video with this vehicle, and next step is gonna recommend the customer either replace the head gasket or replace the motor, or he might just end up junking the vehicle. But that's gonna conclude it. Thank you guys for tuning in with OTV Garage. I'm gonna try to make more continuous videos, and as times go, I'll improve on my content and recording. But this is my first video, so cut me some slack, guys. Thank you.